Good afternoon and welcome to Republican Do's and Don'ts, episode number 10, Reacting to Scandal, part 2. Now, last week we only had time for the don'ts, due to an unusual number of don'ts from our primary example, Mr. Herman Cain. Here's a refresher if you don't remember.
The charges were found baseless.
By whom?
I don't recall by whom the charges were found baseless.
Ouch. Well, here's your first do. Do stick with it. Herman was terrible at first, but after a full week of new victims continuously making accusations, he started to develop a feel for it, so to speak. And one of the classic do's is to find someone else to blame. Listen as Herman announces what he's finally found to blame.
The nitpickiness of the media.
Oh, it is a crowd pleaser, as is this do from the school.
Don't even go there.
In addition to don't even go there, you can also try talk to the hand or oh no you didn't. In emergencies, simply place your fingers in the ear and repeat blah 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 blah, I can't hear you blah blah. Finally, there's this nifty trick.
Where's my chief of staff? Right here. Please send him the journalistic code of ethics.
One caution, don't actually produce the journalistic code of ethics. There is no part about not asking sexual predators any questions, so you're not gonna like what you find. That's it for this installment of Republican Do's and Don'ts. Do be here next time.
Sad, strange little man.
So we have to be lectured by the likes of Herman Cain on journalistic ethics and the Palestinian right of return and Medicare and, foreign policy issues, pay scales for federal employees, job creation, all this stuff, union participation. We have to be lectured to by the likes of these men, the Mitt Romneys of the world. Oh, by the way, Mitt Romney thinks he's middle class now because he put on, a pair of jeans and a plaid shirt? You got to be kidding me with this, Mitt. He actually went and talked to a bunch of steel workers to try to convince them that he was one of them. I couldn't believe it.
My own view with regards to tax policy is that we ought to provide help to the people who've been hurt most by the Obama economy. And that's the middle class. It's not those at the very low end. It's certainly not those at the very high end. It's for the great middle class. The 80 to 90% of us.
The 80 to 90% of us. This guy is worth $250 million, and he's talking to a bunch of steel workers, and he's including himself in that conversation. And he's at a steel plant and telling them that government employees are making a lot more than we are. First of all, aren't the Republicans the ones that are accusing us of class warfare? He's trying to instigate a bar fight with the steel workers against the federal employees at the steel plant. The middle class private workers against the middle class public employees, which is worse than class warfare. This is civil class warfare. He's trying to incite some sort of a civil war between, the guys that work at the steel plant and the guys that work, in government offices, enforcing the laws or doing federal oversight or enforcement or, regulation. And he says government workers are making a lot more than we are.